y'all, I'm back with another book review, and I'm continuing on the Once Upon a Summer series, and this is Winter Is Not Forever from Janette Oak. So it's still the same thing. If you watch my previous review, it's still the same kind of vibe. I still think that she doesn't quite get the man's psyche. This one's really not about his bitterness. Well, I guess it still has that weird bitterness that I don't quite understand. But this one is more of him finding his purpose and realizing where he belongs in the world and what he's called to do. Because, like, everybody was like, oh, you need to go to school, you need to go to school, you need to go to school. And, like, it's interesting because this is a spoiler, he ends up not going to school. But he finds his perfect place without having to go to school. And I think that's an interesting perspective because I've had this discussion with a lot of people. My family, my boyfriend, my grandpa when he was still living, about the importance of school. And my grandfather's perspective is you need to go to trade school, find a trade you can do, and not be in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. That was his perspective. That was also the same perspective for my dad. My dad also has, like, he still encourages school. It's not like, my grandpa did not encourage school. Let's make that clear. My grandpa was like, high school, that's it, and a trade school. He's like, no more school after that. My dad still encourages school, but he's also like, it's really expensive. You need to make sure you have a secure, like, way to provide for yourself. And, like, can you pay off that debt? And so he also thinks trade school is a really good thing to do. And maybe continuing school later on when you can afford it. Because school is outrageous. Outrageous. I cannot believe sometimes. I mean, I've been out of school for 10 years. Well, I went back. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I graduated with my first degree 10 years ago. And the prices then were crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. The prices now, it's like, you're never going to pay off that debt. Like, that's how it feels. And so I totally understand finding your niche, learning a trade. I totally agree with that. Like, school is not for everyone. It is not. There are things that I'm like, did I really need to know that? Did I really need to know? I mean, I have a music degree, so I know everything about music, but there's stuff that, like, did I really need to retake biology in college? Like, I took it in high school. Like, those were the things that, like, and I wasn't going into biology. Like, okay, if you're going into biology, take biology. Like, but I wasn't going into, like, I don't know. That is just one of my limits. But, it was so interesting to, like, see that how they encouraged, once you find your place, you know where you're going, and just be the best at what you are in your place. Like, if you're a fabulous welder, be the best welder you can be. If you are a musician or a teacher, be the best that you can be. Be the best in your field. And that's what this one really encouraged. I still hold the same principles that she doesn't really know how to write in a man's perspective. And it continues through this book, and I'm like, don't write another one. Like, I love her, and she writes from women's perspectives all the time. And then when she does have men's perspectives, she usually has a co-author with her. And I think that's what's made it so apparent that she cannot write from a man's perspective. But if you're a finisher, you have to finish it, like me. But if you're like, I don't really want to read that book, like, I wouldn't suggest it. Like, am I going to read this again? Absolutely not. I will not read this again. But I hope you all enjoyed this review, and y'all have a great day.